Well, hello and welcome. It's July 23rd, 2026. You have reached Turnaround Time Sports Cards and Collectibles. I'm Professor Emeritus of Sports Cards, Herb Bailey, and I'm in the worldwide hub, the worldwide office of Turnaround Time Sports Cards and Collectibles here in Walterboro, South Carolina. I like to call New England South, as my Boston Red Sox are the red hottest team in baseball. And let's talk a little bit today about my journey in sports cards because it began when I was 5 years old. I was 5 years old in 1969. Yes, 1969. And I started collecting sports cards. And it was a totally different day back then as far as sports cards, night and day. And they didn't care about tops, they didn't care about quality assurance or anything like that. You got what you had, and that's it. Well, time went on, and cards seemed to get a little better. I thought in 1973, looking back now, I turned the corner as the cards looking better. Nice pictures with the players and everything, and and it was a fun hobby. I remember 1975. I have to have the complete set, and I was buying cards like crazy. And then you got up to like 1981. And in 1981, I was 17. Topps was not the only player. All of a sudden, Fleer and Donruss jumped into the game. And Topps had to put on their wrappers that year, the real one. They wanted us to not forget them because they were there before these guys. Well, Fleer was around before that. But so that was a fun year because you had three sets to try to get. And my neighbor and I found out that in a flea market in a town over, you could sell baseball cards. And I'm like, what, make money? And we did that in 1981. All you people going to these sports card shows, flea markets in 1981, and did pretty well. I kind of kicked myself with some of the cards I sold back then. I look back now, but then time went on, and then I would think that the last really good year before the junk wax era was 1987, and then you get to 1988 and to about 1994, and that was the junk wax era where they made a ton of cards. Even the rookies, they're not worth as much as they should be because there were a ton of them made, and it's hard to get good grading on them because with cards there were so many cards and the quality control probably wasn't as good as it is now, and so after 1994, then you started to see a difference, and then you get into the 2000s and they started to do some interesting things with the cards, and then you start to see autographs on the cards, and you got to see game used stuff on the cards, and I like all that stuff. I'm a big fan of all that stuff. And grading didn't come really into the scene until I think about 2016, or that all of a sudden people said, hey, I got to get my card graded. And I know, I mean, it was not even a thought of mine as far as the earlier years. And now you get to 2026, and there's a lot of grading companies. PSA thought they ruled the roost, but I think they're going to go down. And Beckett's still there, and you got CGC, and you got Tag, and all these. And then you got those smaller companies like C3 Grading and so on. And there's plenty of choices. People say, well, if you don't get PSA or Beckett or others, you're not going to be able to sell them for a high price. I disagree. Professor Emeritus of Sports Cards Herb Bailey disagrees. I think that there's some good graders out there. Jeff Wilson just did a good video. He was at CGC and behind the scenes of how they grade and the graders and all that. I loved it. Thank you, Jeff Wilson, because that shows you the care they take in it. And I think that a lot of the people in the hobby have great care for it. And so that's where we're at now. I just wanted to share Pastor, I mean, not pastor, I was a pastor at one time. Professor Emeritus of Sports Cards. That's my title now. I keep changing my title. But now it's Professor Emeritus of Sports Cards here at Turnaround Time, Sports Cards and Collectibles. We're going to be bringing out all kinds of good stuff in the future. Thank you for your time and enjoy your day. And for those who are in the heat of the summer, stay cool, stay safe. And everybody that's going to the big the big convention in Chicago there, the National, enjoy yourself. I wouldn't want to be in the line for 3 hours. Okay, so that's that. Have a great day.